Today I wanted to start off my episode with sort of like a shoot of my living room. I came out today, I was going to start making something to eat, and I noticed the hibiscus. What we had done is we had started putting out some of the flowers from the balcony garden outside because it is mid-October right now and it's getting quite cool. And the hibiscus had been out, this yellow, beautiful, beautiful hibiscus flower. If you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite varieties of hibiscus. And you can see the inside is a beautiful red, and the flowers, of course, yellow. And we have some other flowers here. I don't know what they're called, but I remember getting them this year at Loblaws. And what we did is we just put them out in the living room. And I didn't bother playing the fountain today, but when the fountain is playing, oh my goodness, it is just so gorgeous and so beautiful. Now we have a naughty little boy in the kitchen, and what I'm going to be doing today is an amazing, if I do say so myself, an amazing vegan appetizer that sometimes I'm so busy I forget actually to eat lunch and breakfast. And here I am. I'm going to be showing everybody how to make a dish for tea. But if you do have the time, maybe on weekends, it is just absolutely amazing. So what I have here is I have a bowl of cut up cauliflower. I'm going to just show how small the pieces are. And the potatoes are relatively small too. I've done it before. I actually don't mind it just with cauliflower, but the potatoes give it a bit of a texture, which is really nice. And here is I've just preheated to, it's medium now, medium high. And I'm going to show you, I've even left some of these sort of crumbled pieces of cauliflower. And I mean, you can omit doing that, but this way nothing goes to waste. And you really don't need to waste it. You can put it in this curry that I'm making. And the curry I'm making, first of all, I wanted to introduce what I'm doing today is, in Bengali it's called shingara, but in North America and Europe they're called samosas. And I'm making samosas today. They're quite, it can be quite challenging. It took me quite a number of years actually to perfect this technique. But the curry part, which I'm doing right now, is very straightforward. And it is not just vegetarian, it is vegan. There are no dairy products. There's no milk or cream or butter or even onions or ginger garlic. Very, very unbelievably easy recipe. You need just potatoes and cauliflower, and you need certain spices, which I'm going to show you. So what I have here is I have some cayenne or some chili pepper, dried chili pepper. This is not curry powder, this is turmeric, and that is some cumin seeds. So I'm just going to put that in. I'll give this a stir. So I'm stirring this in a small saucepan, as you can see, with a bit of oil. Not a lot of oil, but a bit of oil. And I have a recipe, because these are things, there's no formal recipe. This is just me watching my parents make this when I was a child. And I didn't appreciate how much effort and skill actually it does take to make them. Actually, not even the filling as much as the shell. As you can see, the vegetables are getting well coated. So I'm going to stop it here. What I'm just going to do is add some water and cover the saucepan. And while I do that, I will be back with the next step, because I have to also make the shell. So actually, I could probably. You don't need a measuring cup. You can just actually, it's probably better if I do it this way. So I'm just going to be adding, I don't know, maybe another enough to cover the vegetables, and then I'm just going to be covering it and letting it cook on high for maybe 10 minutes, or medium high for about 15-20 minutes until all of the vegetables soften, and then I will be back. Thank you. So I did want to show the curry cooking. I just put the water in. I just started to cook it now on high heat. I like to do the 10 minutes of high heat because I'm just a very impatient person and I like to get things done as quickly as possible, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it at medium, high, just to be safe, or medium I should say, and then just do it for longer until the water is gone, mostly gone, because what you really need to do is have a very thick curry. So you can see it bubble, or maybe see and hear it bubbling. So the cauliflower and the potatoes are for the most part covered with the spices, and you can see how much water I've added. Now I'm just going to cover it, and there you go, and I will be back after this portion is done and when I will start making the the shell. Thank you. So I'm starting my cauliflower samosa right now while Scooby barks in the background. First of all, I wanted to show you that this is the cauliflower curry. I left it in the pot, and you can basically see, hopefully you can see, that the cauliflower is perfectly cooked actually, and there's not too much sauce or gravy. So this is the kind of consistency that I'm looking for. I have my rolling pin here and I've got it floured a bit. I'm just about to mix the dough up, and I thought I would do this on camera because it is, if I were to, I had some oil and some water, some cold water, and ideally you should have some baking soda. Now I didn't put any baking soda in this, but what it does, baking soda, it gives a more crispy dough, and I'll show you. So basically I have a dough like this, and I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to take a bigger chunk of it. I am going to roll it out in a circle, and once I roll it out in a circle, and here's Scooby-Doo wanting to watch what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. So once I take this circle, I'm going to roll it out, and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to fill the samosa shell with the cauliflower curry filling, and then I will put it in the deep fryer, which is my wok, which I have preheated. So I will get that once I do this. So now we have the dough all rolled out. It's obviously in a somewhat oval shape, and I'm just going to cut it in half. This is somewhat tricky. It takes a bit of practice. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and I remember as a child, my parents would do this, and oh my goodness, it was so much fun to watch. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a bowl of cold water, actually. It doesn't have to be very, very cold, but it doesn't have to be warm either. And then I'm basically going to be taking some samosa filling. So I will take the cauliflower here, and I will be taking potato. Oops. And then what I'm going to be doing is basically making a cone. I think the potato is a little too big, so and I'm basically going to be covering this. So I'm going to be making a shell, like a cone. And once I do this, it's very, very tricky because I am doing this by one hand, and you obviously shouldn't have to do it that way. So as you can see, I have a cone. I'm going to seal this edge, and I'm sealing this edge as well. And I need to make sure that all the dough, all the filling is covered. So it is not covered here. I'm just going to make sure I have my oil heating up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fry this samosa, and I'm going to do more of them, and once I'm finished I will show you the finished product that I'm trying here. I have this, and what I'm doing is I'm shaping it into a cone, and with the cone, like so, I'm going to be stuffing this cone that you can see with the cauliflower stuffing. And then I'm going to be putting them into the frying pan, and I'll be back. Now here is one that I've managed to do absolutely perfectly. So you can see it's triangular shaped, it's filled with the stuffing, and I'm actually going to just put this into the ones that are already frying. But I just wanted to show that this does take a bit of practice. Like, these ones are not, you know, aesthetically perfect, but the filling is inside the shell, and they will, I promise you, be very, very yummy. So I will be back again. Okay, great. Okay, hi everybody, I'm coming back here. Scooby wants to join. This is very, very like my real life. So I'm just gonna show you a close-up of the samosas, and here's my tea, and I'm just gonna have a bite. They're so good. I would say that this, I could give up meat for a whole week. For vegan food, this is so, so, so amazingly delicious. And I would really recommend making these if you can. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Stay well, stay safe, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.